Yes, you are welcome for your raising this question. That one is a very good question. Through my answer, but everyone has to listen. Because for the sake of our nation, just I'm saying this. The question is this: whether the recruiting teaching bodies for school, academic stations, right or not. But what they are saying, according to their protocol, but whether the persons have completed some degree, the director. The further studies, relevant to studies like a B.Ed, DD.Ed, B.Ed, and if it is for colleges and whether the candidates have completed this MPhil or the NET, the national eligibility test and the state eligibility test, they are assuming only that. Of course, even a candidate is having this, much more certificates, academic certificates, and suddenly those person is allowed to enter for teaching. But what the government is failing, whether such candidates are interested first, they're having involvement or having dedication on in teaching, but it's failing. This is the big virus, and one of the reasons that they are unable to drive those students. That's not their fault, but they have completed their degrees and so on so because of situation. But fortunately or unfortunately, accidentally, but I don't blame all, but many, around 10-15% candidates. And I have selected many students in the colleges where I was working. I have selected some students that, teaching bodies, some of them is not dedicated in teaching, they are very much interested. But inspiringly, they have come to this field. But majority of candidates, I have asked them, just why do you come for this job? Because I tried to find anywhere to find any jobs that I couldn't find. Later, my parents told me, advised me to study for teaching course. That's what I have fallen down like this. You see, they have said just fallen down. But how is it possible? How could they teach? That's my question. Because of their having certificates, do you believe that they would be teaching them? But perhaps they are not having dedication and they are not interested in teaching. So not only teaching, but we hear the talk about teaching. The recruitment for teaching bodies, right or not? That's a talk here. But I could be speaking only about this. Here, in our country, especially in our state, the way of recruiting for teaching bodies is wrong. It's of course wrong. They are not looking at, but every candidate's mind, they are not reading mind. Yes, your question is in some other states, and I don't think what's going on. I'm not sure about what's going on in other states, but I could tell what's going on in other countries internationally. But some countries, they are not also looking at only the documents, what they are having. Also, blindly, they don't, they recruit all teaching bodies for the institutions, unless they have dedication teaching. So, not only teaching, but I worked in many sectors, I have seen. But if you have an engineering certificate as have obtained marks and 99% as the CGPA, since blindly they wouldn't select you. Blindly they would not select you unless you have dedication at work. So by giving, they would provide this before they appoint you, so they would provide some model job, tests. But you have to pass in that. You have to pass in that, not only marks. They would zoom you. How you do that, whether you are dramatically doing or how could say that one's a way of cheating, just you are doing that job like that in other sectors. Even teaching also. But another one I would like to tell you in this, what a surprisable matter, that some schools are recruiting all teachers, but they are advertising to all teachers, you prepare to take a class for model class, how to say the exhibition class or what? A model class for 10 minutes demonstration. You have to demonstrate just 10 or 15 minutes. But my question is, how could they determine after they listen only 10 minutes whether the teacher is would be teaching well or not? Just how could they determine this? Only by watching 10 minutes could they determine? I mean, design, take the final decisions of the candidates in very good teaching. It's all, it's a humbug and eyewash. But who are teaching whom? I don't know that. Who are cheating whom? I don't know that. But we are cheating ourselves, our domains, the entire domain is cheating ourselves. Yes, for whom they satisfy, they do like this, I don't know that. But some schools, but reputed schools in Chennai also, they are recruiting, they are advertising too. They are advertising too. You have to prepare for demo class for 10 minutes like that. My question, how could they decide only by watching 10 minutes of teaching? How could sit down? I can't say anything. That's, of course, the way of recruiting teaching body is wrong. That's also one of the reasons we are not manufacturing very good students. Yeah, students are ready to learn that. But the way of the master is ready, just the followers are ready to follow. The master is not in the right way because of their mismatchable placement of them. Yeah, it's an improper way. Okay, we will meet in another video. Thank you, thanks a lot.